trying to say, how is that the misspelling of the word Pinocchio, and yet it doesn't give me an actual spelling for Pinocchio? How does autocorrect not have the correct spelling for Pinocchio?
Oh, him?
Why don't you?
I know. It's
Because
going to take a while.
it's not really a word I think about the spelling of too much until I'm talking about it.
There are three kind of aces. Those who seek strength, those who live for pride, and those who can read the tide of battle. Those who seek strength. Those are the three. And him?
He was a fighter pilot they called Solo Wing Pixie. This man was his buddy. He is the man I seek.
It was a cold and snowy day.
Hey guys! Welcome to the stream. It's just Ted here. I say, expecting Ted to say something, and yet he is silent.
Oh, sorry, was I supposed to say something in response?
Yes!
Well, we didn't go over, I don't know, we didn't go over lines or anything, so. Hi, guys.
I bet you think you're so funny.
Eh. Not really, no.
No? No, not that funny?
Uh,
Well, I'll tell you what, Ted.
mm,
I'm pretty funny.
yeah.
Take that. What are you gonna do
Yeah, you
about
are.
it, Ted? If that is your real name.
I don't know what I could do about that.
Can I give you a shout out? I don't know, Aquafish214. Can I give Aquafish214 a shout out? What do you think about giving a shout out to a guy named Aquafish14, Ted? Aquafish214. See, I got it wrong. I'm a failure.
Fish 214. I don't know who you are. I hope you're having a good day.
Well, isn't that sweet of you, Ted?
Eh. So what's your current objective?
Shoot down all the planes.
Seems easy enough.
You think so? Remember last time I still hadn't beaten the giant laser mission?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I failed last time and rage quit.
Uh,
Failed twice in a row. made me mad. So I was like, you know what, I should probably just go to bed. Uh,
Are there any inclinations as to when the lasers become a thing?
oh yeah, I know exactly what it happens. It's just they're very annoying to avoid.
Mm.
Don't worry, I'm the best.
Around?
Like no one's ever gonna keep me down.
Because you're the best.
Around.
Nothing's ever gonna get you down.
Keep! Keep is the word.
I'm liking the Dead Space remake.
You have it.
Yes.
I got the new Fire Emblem. I haven't played it yet.
Ah, neat.
Mostly because Jack and I share a Switch and he's playing it right now. Uh,
No, I'm liking the new Dead Space.
and I have
a lot,
work
actually.
to do. You're right, buddy. You got me. You are? That's good. I heard it was actually pretty good.
Yeah. It really is. Basically takes elements of Dead Space 2 and brings them into Dead Space 1's story. The Ishimura is a lot more opened up as well.
Hmm.
It's not linear like
Like the first Dead Space.
yeah, and Dead Space 2
Weird.
and 3, I think. I mean, it's not that weird actually.
I'm still not interested, but I'm not a massive Dead Space person, so.
I mean, to be fair, also, aren't you really not a fan of the first Dead Space in general?
Yeah, the first Dead Space was definitely not my not my speed. I did like the second one though.
Yeah. The previous thing is they have Isaac talking in this remake.
Yeah, I heard that, which is interesting, but you know, whatever. I mean, they made him a talking character in 2, so it's not like it's that unreasonable.
No, that is true. But it was just weird, because I always kind of liked how in the first Dead Space, Isaac was more of like, I don't want to say a self-insert character, but because he didn't talk, you almost
Or
felt
have
like
a
you were
face.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, and, not until the end. That's the thing as well. He takes his helmet off at several points throughout the campaign. And yes, he looks like an Adam Sandler stunt double. I'm not even going to try to beat around the bush with that one.
In the new game or in the other games?
In the new one.
Oh,
His face is taking some time to get used to.
yeah. I prefer the way Isaac already looked though.
What do you mean?
Like Isaac already had a face.
Yes, he did. And they changed it.
Why?
Beats me. A lot of people were calling the, although this is funny actually, because I hate to get political. Just kidding. I
No.
love this. Well, no, it wasn't. It's not that political. I should say.
Go ahead.
Okay. A lot of people were calling this game woke for some weird reasons.
What?
There were two in particular. One was because they changed Nicole's face as well, and they made her look slightly older to replicate her actress's face.
Okay.
The other thing is that they actually put in an option in the game to give warnings for specific violent or, emotionally devastating things. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a mandatory setting. You can turn this off, and it's off by default. But apparently, having that in there, I don't know.
How dare they have an accessibility option?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you should tell Kane when he shows up. He said he'd be here shortly. Because he'd be
I
interested to
will
hear
then.
that.
I think he's gonna get a kick out of it.
Not a kick. I think it must be annoyed with people complaining because it reminds me of the same time when people complained about the auto combo setting in Devil May Cry 5. Like, so turn it off. Now, my only complaint with that was that it was on by default. I thought that was stupid. But its presence is not an issue. Just turn it off.
Yeah. I mean, heck, this game even has remappable controls, which is good for me because the controls were kind of they're kind of backwards from the original Dead Space, if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't.
So, in the original Dead Space, and I would know this because I played it a little while ago.
Not
used
you!
right
Don't
bumper-
turn off the stream, Zachris. How dare you? You can't leave. You have to be here, and in fact, you have to send me money by the donation link in the disc. No, you don't have to do that. That's a joke.
In the original Dead Space, right bumper was stomp and right trigger was to punch things. It's backwards in this game, where right trigger is to stomp and right bumper is to melee things.
Oh, that's annoying, actually.
Yeah, but you can remap the controls to your liking, and I just basically remapped everything to be as close to the original game as I
Why
could
didn't
get
they
it.
just make it like the? Never mind.
I don't know. Maybe they tried to like modernize the controls and stuff because it has been 13 or 15 years since the original Dead Space. But I don't
Has
know.
it been
I
that long?
Yeah, the original Dead Space came out in 2008.
Oh, stop talking.
Okay,
You're not allowed to
well.
speak anymore. I don't need to know these things.
Something funny actually happened to me as well when I was playing this game.
Was it really funny?
Yes. My first death was because I forgot about that one section where you're supposed to refire the engine to prevent the Ishimura from crashing into the planet. And you have to, like, maneuver around that big spinning thing that if it so much as touches you, crushes you to death. That was the first thing I died to, and it made my game crash. It didn't do it again, but I thought it was funny that literally the...
Game crashes
the-
once. Worst game ever!
well,
0
yeah, no,
out of
like,
10!
the checkpoint was literally like
Uninstall!
the checkpoint was literally 5 seconds behind where I was. But I just found it funny that, like, the thing literally killed me so hard that the game crashed.
Uninstall!
It runs really well, too. It uses... I don't know what the original Dead Space used for an engine, but this uses Frostbite, and it's clearly been put in the hands of people who know what they're doing with it. I also like how Isaac really only talks whenever, like, he's doing something of importance, if that makes any sense. Water purification, ADS cannons. Ugh. There was also a mechanic
I
that
will not
actually
go to
thought-
Ohio. You go to Ohio.
Ohio? Wait, why is somebody asking you to go to Ohio?
I don't know why they're asking me to go to Ohio, but I will not. I will not do any such thing.
The literal SCP of a state. I also like, this may be seen as a stupid thing, but I actually think it's kind of cool. There's certain sections where you need to, like, reroute power to something, kind of like in like, Alien Isolation, where you needed to reroute, like, power to specific systems to get, like, a vent to open. But the cool thing, and the thing that I actually think is interesting, is that they kind of let you decide what to turn off. So, like, say you need to reroute power to get a door open, but you need to either turn off A, the lights, or B, the air supply. So you could either be walking around in the dark, but you don't need to worry about air, or you could be walking around with the lights on, but then you need to worry about filling up your oxygen every so often.
Choose wisely.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. But I thought that was a cool thing. It hasn't really been too often since I've seen a game be like, hey, you can decide how you want to get scared. Also, hi, Kane.
Hi.
This boy was just telling me about the accessibility options in the Dead Space remake, and everyone's complaining about them.
Yeah, I'm well aware that gamers are a bunch of ableist idiots. I've known that for a long time.
See, I told you he'd be mad.
Listen,
So you heard about
listen.
this?
Dear gamers, if I hear another one of you idiots complain about accessibility,
Oh my
I will
God.
take that game and shove it up your butt.
Okay, God.
I am tired of people complaining about options that let more people play the game.
Well, might I indulge you in what they're complaining about this time?
What?
So, Dead Space is being called woke for two specific reasons.
Called woke. You didn't mention that. Oh God.
I absolutely did.
You didn't say woke.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Whatever. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. You're right. Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, the reason why it's two main reasons. The first doesn't have to do with this whole accessibility thing, but it's because they changed one of the characters' faces so that she looks a little bit older to coincide with the way that her actress looks.
Oh no!
The second thing.
How dare
And-
they?
The second thing, and this is actually where accessibility options come into play, is that there's an accessibility option in Dead Space where it warns you of specific violent or emotionally disturbing scenes before they happen, even in the audio logs.
How
Now, keep
dare
in
they?
mind-
You can
Now,
turn
keep
this
in mind-
feature off.
It's off by default. You literally will never know it's there unless you go into the options menu.
It's just letting people like Kane possibly be able to enjoy something.
I mean, Kane's
Yeah.
not gonna...
He's still not going to, but the point is
Yeah.
that the idea is to allow someone who's easily triggered by stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, easily thrown off, easily messed up, easily traumatized, to possibly be able to enjoy the game.
Yes. But no, this game is woke garbage nonsense.
Yeah, Kane. Why are you so
Yeah.
Why are you so woke?
Oh my god.
I mean, well, I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's just what happens when I get 8 hours of sleep at night.
Oh my god. What?
That was pretty funny though.
Thank you.
That was props to you, man. That was actually really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, dang it! I need level 3 security clearance to get in here.
Shame. Better
I
go
don't have level-
get a tier 3 key card.
I guess so.
Like, there's a reason I get so frustrated with Mass Effect and even like reading people talk about things is infuriating. I just want to smack people because they're so insufferably stupid that it is offensive to basic human decency. Like you could hear someone say, "Oh man, that camera shake really makes me motion sick. I kind of wish I could turn it off." And you have 10 people crying and whining and pissing and moaning about how that goes against the actual intent of the game, and you're stupid, you're dumb, and you're faking it for attention. No, you're just dumb.
You're ruining the developer's vision with your
I'm sorry,
wokeness.
I think that those people need to be punched really hard.
Stop being such a child. Grow up.
I was
Which
thinking
is
you were gonna say
which is ironic
SJW, but
because-
still.
Which is ironic.
No
because
one
those
says
people need to-
SJW anymore.
Oh,
which
you'd be
is ironic
surprised.
because-
People
Now it's
do.
just woke liberals.
Which
Yeah.
is really ironic because the people who say that need to stop looking in a mirror and yelling at themselves.
Yeah.
It's
Because they
just
are the ones who
extremists
are
yelling
killing.
at extremists.
Hmm? What? Hello?
Hello.
Hello!
What was said? I missed what was just said.
I don't remember now.
Oh.
He
okay.
said it was like extremists yelling at extremists or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm loving this thing so far.
Awesome.
I really was one of those people who was like, I don't think Dead Space needs a remake, but like now that I've played this, actually I don't know if I can go back to the original now.
I
But the
think
cool
there-
thing is that what?
I think there are a lot of games that can feel that way. But yeah, like sometimes the remakes are just that good.
I mean, to be fair, like even if you still want to play the original game, I still don't think EA's delisted it from digital storefronts, so you can still go. Like, by all means, you can go and pick up the original Dead Space if you still want to.
Yeah.
You know you know what'll be really funny?
Hmm.
What?
If Capcom adds accessibility options to RE4 remake.
Can I also just say that one of my favorite ideas of remasters actually is I am about to drag you both back to like the late 2000s. Are you both sitting down?
I am.
Red Faction
Sure.
Red Faction Guerrilla.
Yeah, that game's pretty fun.
That game technically has a remastered version, and on PC, if you buy the remastered version, it literally comes bundled with the original. You literally cannot buy them separately. If you buy one, you buy both. And it's all for the same single price.
Wait,
of
wait,
$12.
hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. But Zacharias has an argument
Oh,
What's
no.
the argument?
regarding the accessibility options.
Okay.
He says he likes the idea of a zero camera shake option because of the motion sickness thing. That makes sense to him.
Yeah.
But he thinks the content warning mid gameplay is excessive because what do you expect from a horror game?
I agree with you to a certain extent. Also, it doesn't even affect you because it's defaulted to off. So why are you even complaining?
Yeah, it's just an option you can turn on. It's not like it's there. If it was there all the time, mandatory, and you couldn't shut it off, or even if it was on by default, I might understand to a certain degree. But it's literally something you have to go out of your way to turn on. Yes, Jack.
Yeah, so literally your argument's invalid. I will just say that up front. I don't care.
What you want? Nothing. You don't want nothing.
Like,
You're
you
just
are
here-
technically correct. I don't care. It's off by default. It doesn't even affect you.
Well, there he goes.
And even with you being right, I would also like to bring up something else with this is that like there are super common things that even people who don't like horror can still enjoy about horror. And there are just a few small things stopping them from being able to do that. Like one of which being blood. You know, like blood and gore. Yeah,
Apple?
I know.
You want an apple? Apple slice with caramel? We got a lot. Something got a lot of
Actually, it's
requests.
caramel.
She's 10. Shut up.
and then you have to dance.
I'm not doing that.
But come
Dang.
on. You have to do the caramel dance.
No!
Speaking of being thrown right back to the 2000s.
Ring vacuum. There's actually a cool detail with this remake as well that I didn't notice until somebody pointed out to me. Whenever Isaac goes into a vacuum and then comes out, there'll be ice on his clothing that'll actually start to thaw,
That's pretty
and his
cool.
suit becomes wet.
Alright,
Yeah.
everyone hold down the fort. I gotta go get the boy his apple.
Okay.
With caramel. What is this? The contact beam! I'm about to have some fun. Still gonna delimb this corpse just in case it decides to come back as a necromorph, because yes! This game is amazing. I am thoroughly happy with the Dead Space remake.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh. It's one other thing I'm actually glad they didn't mess with, and it's just because it's a particularly a personal favorite weapon of mine, which is the Ripper.
Oh god.
You okay?
Now I have to address something else
What?
that I feel very strongly of.
What?
Are gamers really too stupid to go into the settings menu? Are they really that thick?
I mean,
Because
I
it really-
went in.
Because it really feels like that.
I mean,
it
I went into the
really-
settings menu.
It really feels like that people are way too stupid to understand what a settings menu is.
I
And
mean,
it's
I
one of-
like
I'm not talking about you, but I am talking
I
about
know.
in general.
No,
Because
I know.
the biggest thing that always drives me insane is that people... It's like they don't even realize that an option menu exists, that you can change how things work. We have had settings menus for decades, and people are like reviewing... Okay, I'm not saying this happened, but let's give an example, shall we? Let's give an example. People reviewing Mass Effect 1 and complaining.
Okay. He has his apple.
Hooray.
With caramel.
So let's give the example of people reviewing Mass Effect 1. Alright, let's do that. And people
boy.
are talking. People are talking about how great the game is, but they have one big complaint, that the game looks really, really bad because of this weird old school filter that you can't turn off, because you just why does it look like this? It shouldn't look like this at all. So you're too stupid and you didn't open the settings menu. Because it's right there. You can turn that off. It's right there. In the menu. One of, like, the top options. In the options. Did you not realize the options menu exists? despite us having options menus for like 2 decades. Longer than that, at this point, almost 3. 3 decades, we've had settings menus that have allowed you to change many different options. And you're gonna dock points from Mass Effect because you, as a person, are too stupid to go into your settings menu and change that and make that better for yourself.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna dock points because of your own ineptitude.
They should obviously program the game for me personally and nobody else. For I am the main character of the universe, Kane.
Because Kane, you actually weren't around when I was talking about this. I had to remap the controls in this game.
Sorry, what?
I had to remap the controls in this game.
Oh, interesting. Did they mess with it from the original, or did you just like eventually
Yeah,
find
so-
something? Huh?
Yeah, so in the original game, the way that melee attacks work is that the right bumper was used to stomp and the right trigger was used to punch things. They swapped the buttons in this remake, and then on top of that, they also moved the sprint button over to clicking down on the left stick. Now, normally I'd be like, "Oh, this is so annoying," but then I was like, "Wait a minute, check the settings menu. You can remap the controls. Thank you."
Yeah,
And then I
it's
just basically.
almost,
I just remapped it to what I remember from the original games.
yeah, cause like, wow, it's almost like if you're having an issue, the settings menu is there to allow you to fix
No,
those
I shouldn't
freaking
have
issues.
had to change it. It should have been the way I wanted it by default, Kane!
Good God, it's so sad how accurate that is. It hurts my soul. It really hurts my soul. I firmly believe that there is a large part of the Monster Hunter fandom that has no idea that lock-on was added in both World and Rise. Because essentially you have to go manually enable it in the settings menu, and to be honest, I do think that's one thing that I don't think Monster Hunter has ever done well, is its settings menu, because all of the games have really awkwardly set up settings menus that are just like in like 7 different places? Like, what?
Everyone keeps telling me I should become a voice actor lately. I don't know why.
Sorry,
Wait, what?
I'm not that. I mean, some people keep telling me. I keep getting told lately I should become a voice actor. I don't know why. Too many people want to be voice actors who are just like,
I'll be the next big star! And be able to voice my favorite characters in the animes! The animes, Kane!
If I were a voice actor, I think that the only thing I would do is try and get really high quality fan dubs for things that deserve better quality dubbing. I would redub Mega Man X7, Mega Man X4. I would.
what are you talking? No.
redub-
First of all, leave X4 alone. It's perfect. Shut up.
No, I'll redub X4.
No, shut up.
I will redub.
You don't get to
X4.
touch it. It's fine.
I will.
It's
I will,
literally
I will,
perfection.
I will dub X6 and X5. I'll just dub all the X games, okay? Except for X8. X8 is really good.
X4 is perfection.
X4 is.
And
old
what's
school
wrong with
funniness.
X7? I mean, it sounds great.
I think that the
Real
only.
mess.
Okay, gameplay wise and voice acting wise. Okay, you know what? This is another example. Mega Man X7 is another example of why I can't stand people. Okay, yes, guys, the English
I
dub.
like how we're just transitioning into this.
Yes, the English dub is bad. Are all of you too dumb to realize you can go into the settings menu and change it to Japanese? There you go. Now you don't have to listen to the English voice acting. There you go. It's a dual language game. I know that. It's both dual language on the collection and on the PS2.
Oh, I'm so glad they didn't mess up the Ripper in this game.
Jesus. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Hayden. But, I mean, to be fair, in Mega Man X7's case, trust me, there's a lot more wrong with X7 than just its voice acting. Like, that game is just bad. X6 just needs a...
I'm done with the violence.
Why must Reploids fight one another? I've had enough violence.
I think I've told you this before, Josh, but I really don't actually hate that idea, that kind of characterization for X. I just think it was done so poorly.
You were done.
He's
so
always
poorly.
been a pacifist, but he fights when he has to.
Yeah, but like I think they could do a story because keep in mind, X is designed to be a lot more human. He's a lot more human than any other Reploid because he was specifically designed by Dr. Light to evolve and to change. And what I think would be really interesting is to show some of that human element in a story where yes, X is feeling overwhelmed and maybe even a little underappreciated to a certain extent and wants to be done with it or like he's like having issues, having those kinds of those human issues, and the thing that breaks him out of it is Axel's determination to turn over a new leaf, you know? I think that would have been a really interesting...
So what you're saying is Axel has just the cure.
Yes.
Burn! Burn! Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground!
I really think that kind of story could have really worked well with the idea of X being very human. Because like it didn't have to be as, you know, as whiny or as virtue signaling. It could just be as simple as, I can't do this. I can't fight. I don't know what to do. I can't. I just can't. You know, like just something with him not being able to do it. That could be really interesting.
Woke nonsense.
Huh?
I said, God, what woke nonsense.
I mean, yeah, that'd probably be the reaction.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
Kane, don't you understand? He's Super Fighting Robot.
No, that was original Mega Man.
Yeah, original Mega Man was the complete psychopath. Now I have your power.
It literally was
Robot, Mega Man,
Jesus Christ.
What's
Psycho Ranger.
So what's with all the anthropomorphic lions? Still not over that episode, Kane. Still
trust
has
me, I
not
don't think anyone is.
fully understood, or there was just never really an explanation given. I mean, there was in the episode, but it didn't make any sense. And I needed more of an explanation than what we were given.
Well, you see, it was actually a hidden crossover with the Lion King.
Is this a... Why? Okay. I can't help but feel like that was a jab at something.
What was it?
Found a clip of the marker and then, like... I'll try to, like, censor it for the sake of keeping it YouTube friendly. Isaac's like, what's this? And then like the girl on the radio's like, must be the marker they found. Recognize it? He's like, it's the same symbol as the Church of Unitology. She's like, didn't take you for a believer, Isaac. And he's like, my mother was. And she's like, huh, interesting. And he's like, Unitology's full of crap. Forget it.
Wait, Isaac's mom was?
Yes.
Is that in the original canon?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't remember that.
I mean, then again, Isaac never talks in the original, so I don't know. But I'm like, I almost heard that, and in my brain was like almost replacing. Oh god, I almost don't want to say it. Like,
everyone knows. Like,
okay,
it's
thank God.
It's not. It's called unitology. What do you think it is? Like, it's super obvious what they're calling out.
I was just thinking to myself, like, was that?
No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're obviously talking about Hylia from the Legend of Zelda series.
Right,
Come on.
absolutely.
Exactly. Also, I think they somehow made the babies way scarier.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm not playing the game now.
Okay.
That was already a problem. I don't do that. I don't deal with that. That is not my thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that in your Dead Space review too.
Yeah, same here, actually. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But, like, I always found them freaky as is, so...
Really? Why?
Because... child zombies always was a concept
That was a
that
rhetorical
freaked me out.
question! I know why!
Hearing something. Please tell
I
me
like
that it...
calling
Okay.
on the Wii.
Thank you, Kane.
I like trains.
I wish Calling got a remake of some kind. I really like that game.
I mean, who knows?
It
Fatal
just-
Frame Maiden of Blackwater got a remaster, so...
Well, the issue is that it's a Hudson Soft game.
Oh, did they go out of business?
I think so.
If they did, that's news to me. I didn't know they went out of... I don't know if they did or not, but if they did, then I wouldn't have known about it. That's a behemoth. That's a behemoth.
What game we talking
Yeah.
about?
The Calling.
Not the Calling, just Calling.
My apologies.
The game
Or should I
Calling
say,
on the Wii.
my ecologies.
Shut up, Ted!
If it makes you feel any better, I'm probably about to friggin' die.
It does. Your death pleases me.
Oh God! They went defunct
God,
in
what?
2012. But yeah, like it was an interesting little Wii game. It was a bit of a budget title, yes, but it was kind of like Amnesia, but for the Wii. And it used the Wiimote in interesting ways. Like you actually like the same way that Amnesia did with like moving the mouse and stuff, but you actually used the pointer to move the flashlight. You used the Wiimote's motion to pull out drawers and open doors and things like that. It was really cool.
It's already
And
probably
it
one of the
even
scariest games that I've ever played, so...
It even uses the speaker on the Wii as like a cell phone. So like you actually hold the speaker up to your ear to listen in on the conversations on the phone.
Interesting.
Yeah, it actually was a really interesting game. It wasn't like it's not like a AAA must play for everyone on the Wii, but like such a unique concept, really. It was really interesting. I like it a lot.
Who owns Hudson Soft's IPs now?
I don't know. But I do think that the interesting part about it is that recently it not like super recently. When was Nitro Rad's review? Because when Nitro Rad did a video on it, he ended it on a joke. He ended it on a joke where he's like, yeah, you can buy it on the Wii, and as of right now, they re-released it, so you can. So I bought a second one. I don't know why I own two.
So he really liked the game.
He really liked it, but he did have a lot of issues with it. It was very much a game that... a very middle of the road, but a really interesting concept. Like, it was a game that was carried by its concept more so than its actual quality of gameplay.
So it wasn't a good game, but people liked the idea of it, the spirit.
I would say...
I get it.
I would argue... It is a decent but tedious game. Oh. Oh, I thought someone joined. No, that was just Teddy.
Yeah, that was just Ted. You can ignore him.
But yeah, it was a decent game that was definitely held back by some of its flaws. But nowhere near what I would describe as bad.
There was a review I saw of this game that was like, the remake, I think I talked about this before, but it's like the remake almost looks like what your brain remembers the original game looking like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love those memes. My favorite one is with Splinter Cell, where it's like what you remember the game looking like, what it actually looks like.
Yeah, I get that a lot with Metal Gear Solid.
But it wasn't like even a meme necessarily. It's just like I still think the original game holds up pretty well visually, but like they somehow managed to make it look even like more good.
Yeah.
Also, the corpses are still very clingy in this game.
Just like you.
By the way, I just want to point out.
Okay,
that
why you gotta
my,
call me out like that?
I would
That was-
just like to quickly point out that my influence spreads, and one of my friends is currently playing White Knight Chronicles.
Yeah, nice.
You've spread the pestilence, King.
It makes me really happy when people play White Knight. I actually did buy her White Knight because I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember when I bought like those 3 parts PS3s for like $10 each, and I like put them all together into one working one? That's what it is. That friend that I made that PS3 for is playing White Knight because I gave her White Knight. I had 2 copies of both White Knights, and I gave her a copy of 2, and I just gave my brother my second copy of the first one. It was either that or sell it, and I'd rather give it to my brother.
I'm back to spacewalk. Wish me luck, boys.
Best of luck.
Careful.
I'm just having.
Careful, Ted. The space is dead out there.
I'm already dead inside.
Wow.
I guess there's a lot of space in there.
Well, that's what happens when you work at GameStop.
Better than working at Target.
I don't think you're right about that, but you do you, man.
Will.
Oh, I know.
You know, Teddy, I'm still very excited for when you actually get around to trying out White Knight.
Yeah.
No rush. No rush. But I am very excited.
See, what I'm wondering is if they might have brought back a fan favorite thing from Dead Space 2.
Oh?
So in Dead Space 2, there was a difficulty that I think was called like impossible or something, and it was difficult for one specific reason. It gave you limited saves throughout the entire game.
Uh-huh. So it's the original Resident Evil. Got it.
Yeah, but no, but in that regard, I mean, like, you get, like, 2 or 3 saves for the whole game.
Right, so it's the original Resident Evil. Got it.
No, in the original Resident Evil, you got more than 2 or 3 ink ribbons for the whole game.
Not on hard mode, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't play hard mode, because I'm not a... Anyway, that's not the point, though. The point is that if you manage to beat this mode, you got what is arguably one of the best joke weapons in any game ever, which was a foam finger with unlimited ammo, and whenever you fired it, Isaac would say, bang.
Yep. I know about that weapon.
Yep. And I'm wondering if maybe they put it in this game, too, as like an homage. If they didn't, then that's not too big a deal, but whatever.
Let's take a look, shall we? Dead Space Remake Foam Finger. The hand cannon is an unlockable weapon in Dead Space 2 after completing the game on hardcore mode. It takes the shape of a large red foam sports hand that Isaac and Gabe wears on their right hand. Alright, so let's see. Oh my god! Apparently it has a secondary fire where it goes pew pew pew.
I hate it already.
To be fair,
This
it
the
is a
best-
joke weapon.
I know you know how I feel about jokes in serious games.
Yeah, because you don't like to have any fun.
You know what, Ted? Shut up.
I'm joking, obviously, but I do.
Oh,
get-
no! You're, oh,
I mean-
you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'll remember you said that.
Okay then.
Clearly, Teddy is right. I mean, you don't like X-Blades. Who doesn't like X-Blades?
Everyone.
I mean, enough people liked it to get an HD remaster.
You know what? That
Oh,
doesn't make
my Lord.
any sense to me. And I still think you're trolling.
I am not. I can send you the GOG link. And
No.
and honestly, Josh, I need you to understand that as someone who likes X-Blades, I'm with you, and I don't understand why they didn't HD remaster Blades of Time instead. Because Blades of Time is a far better game. One of which I still want to see you play. Because I do think you'd have a lot more fun with that one.
Come on, Kane. We all know. Can I? Can I not? Oh no! Oh no! Where's the oxygen? Oh my god. Well, I'm running into an issue here. I gotta go find wherever the oxygen tanks are out here. Because I wasn't aware of the fact that the door behind me literally seals shut. Entering vacuum. Bit of looking around first. They added in like the zero gravity controls from Dead Space 2. I'm a moron. You want to know where the oxygen tanks were?
Right
Oh.
behind you?
Yes. They're literally under this giant yellow light.
I see. I guess we'll hear more
I didn't-
on that later.
Are you making a reference that I don't get?
I said I guess we'll hear more on that later.
Yes. Is this a reference I don't get?
Because you called yourself a moron.
Yeah, because I
I
am.
forgot the nickname that your enemies give you in this game.
Which is...
They call me the Demon Lord.
Oh, I
Okay,
didn't know you were
calm down,
playing Halo.
Covenant. Exactly. Like how literally both you and I, despite Kane not being a Halo fan, went to the same exact thing.
Yup.
Demon.
What was it in 2 that they started calling him Demon? Or was
Yeah,
it 1?
that's because that's when you got the Covenant side of things, and yeah, that's like they call him Demon.
Gotcha.
And they continued to call him that for pretty much the rest of Halo's existence.
I mean,
I have a video saved.
he did
dig
single-handedly
it up
murder
again.
a significant portion of their forces, so you know.
Mercenary knowledge.
It is true.
I forgot about my job and read everything I had on hand.
Oh god, there's a baby.
Indigo Team Commander.
Ooh, med pack.
Member of the Belgian Air Force, 7th Air Division, 51st Technical Fighters Squadron.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but I swear to god enemies are spongier in this game.
Earned him the title of
You know, Josh, just when you play this, I'm not gonna call you Demon Lord, okay? That's just not good enough.
Before I deployed, my airspace assigned
This is setting up for a really dumb joke.
initially my
I'm gonna call you Lord of D.
Uh,
That was changed to Area B7R.
I'm gonna come heckle you at your stupid friggin' secondhand store.
Where I met him. He was just two planes. Him and an eagle. And yet our lead force didn't stand a chance against him. I could tell he was good, and it was going to be bad for us. But
Oh god, do I really have to go out there?
he hesitated. A vulnerability that can't be exploited.
God help me.
I was certain of it then. The pilot was still young. He had yet to master the rules of combat. But in the end, I was shocked.
Gelb Team is number 2, former member of the Belgian Air Force, 5th Air Division, 23rd Tactical Fighter Squadron.
That's one thing I also thought Dead Space 1 and 2 always nailed, which was the feeling of being in a vacuum. Particularly with the sound design.
I met him above this very sky. I can still hear the sound of the missile alerts from that day. I received an order to fly the Directus on my way back from intercept mission on the Southern Defense Line.
By the way, I finally got off my butt and ordered a thing.
We kept being deployed from one mission to
The order.
receiving
I ordered a cable to fix one of my computers so I can finally use it properly and not take out my disk tray.
we were late
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
station squadrons had already retreated.
I swear to God, if there's something like right behind me after I'm done with this, I sent a very stern letter to EA, even though I literally just complimented one of the developers earlier on Twitter for making this thing.
I couldn't see any emotion in his maneuvers. I didn't feel like I was fighting against a human being. I wanted to end that
No
battle
problem with
as
that.
quickly as possible.
That's the joke, though, is that I literally just complimented,
I would like
I literally just-
Silver Team
I would like to point out for a hot second that I ordered something from eBay on the 17th. And it's only really just now started to ship.
the top ace at Belgium,
And then I ordered a Sega Genesis cartridge on the 24th,
the Belgian Air Force
and
sent
it's
to the front lines.
and it's in my state.
He was good. From what I'd heard about him, I thought he was still just a young person.
This guy's not getting a good review. That's all I'm saying.
He still wasn't perfect, but I could see he had come a
Not only did it take like almost a week for the selling confirmation to even, or for the shipping confirmation to even happen,
long way, and to adhere to the rules you've set forth.
is the wrong thing. That's the one I want. Not only did it take like a week for it to happen,
And when I saw him, I could tell my time was done. A new generation had inherited the sky.
the pre-shipment info happened on the same day that I ordered the Genesis cartridge, and the Genesis cartridge is already almost here. If you're curious, I did actually pick up a physical copy of Super Hydlide. Sue me.
Maybe the man was blessed by the goddess of war.
Before long, everyone had taken notice of him. More and more would show up to watch him go off on sortie. Mercenaries or maintenance crew, didn't matter. People wanted to burn his image to their memories. Hell, they weren't the only ones.
Mission The Inferno. Operation Cannibal.
Operation Overdrive.
The industrial city of Hoffman is crucial to the enemy's.
Well, I feel like you're gonna have to define that a little better. What do you mean, Hayden? Like, I wasn't paying attention to that cutscene specifically, so I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't really know what he's talking about either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean it was bad? First of all, it was live action. This is like the only Ace Combat game that does that. That was a real person in front of a digitized background. So are you saying real life is poorly animated? I guess that's fair.
It is. It's not even in 120 FPS.
Docs.
Our stupid eyes are, like, locked to 60 hertz? Like, how lame, right? Need to, like, go all cyberpunk and get an upgrade to get that 120 hertz refresh rate.
I just want to point out that I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you are probably the last person who would ever let anybody near your eyes with surgical tools.
Well, it is an older game that's meant to be played on, like, a CRT display. This is not this game's native environment. I will tell you right now. Like, there are a lot of methods of like animation that are used to hide some of the bigger issues with doing stuff like this. So, like, if you were to play this on a CRT, I don't think you would notice it as much.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the one thing I noticed about emulating PS2 games is the cutscenes always seem to be the issues.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but, like, generally speaking, when it comes to... Oh, hold on. Girlfriend's calling me. Give me a second.
Anything pre-rendered. Anything pre-rendered that's in, like, a video file is going to look bad. But anything in-engine will scale up with any enhancements that you add to it. And in this game's case, those are all definitely, like, 480p videos at the most, and are really compressed in order to stay on the disc. Like, if you want a good example of like, video game cutscenes that scale up really well, the Kingdom Hearts games cutscenes look amazing on the HD packs, because everything in Kingdom Hearts is rendered in engine. The only thing that's not rendered in engine is one or two cutscenes, but those are also really well animated in general. You know, there's really only a few cutscenes that aren't in engine.
Actually,
But
you're
yeah, like,
wrong.
Kingdom Hearts-
I said, actually, you're wrong.
But yeah, it does ultimately depend on the game. If it's in engine, it'll look great. If it's pre-rendered, it's not going to, because you're not actually upscaling a video file. Or if you are, it's not going to look good.
I'd like to state for the record how much I absolutely hate walking around in the dark in horror games.
Understandable.
I can't deal with this half the time. I almost just shot a monitor thinking it was an enemy.
Well, it's doing
I
its
am-
job of scaring you.
I am not even kidding. I legit just almost shot a monitor thinking it was an enemy.
Yeah, take that monitor. That's for not having 120 hertz.
I mean, given that this takes place like several hundred years into the future, I feel like it probably is a bit higher frame rate than that.
Probably. I recently learned that I don't remember what the term was. But there's actually a pull rate for dance pad input devices that that make it easier or harder to play because of how accurate they have to be. So, like, soft pads are some of the worst dance pads you could use because they have the lowest pull rate of, like, what was it, like 12 kilohertz or something? Let me see if I can find what that's called again. Dance pad. Hello. 125 hertz. 125 hertz is like the worst you can have when it comes to dance pads.
Alright, guys, I gotta look around for a couple things that I need.
Oh. No. But yeah, like 125 hertz is the worst you can have. But like that's very much of the like I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time. I'm not used to talking about this specific topic because I've only just been learning about it recently. It's the lowest tier you can get, but it's perfectly fine for casual play. Like, you're not gonna like it's not gonna kill your experience if you just want to hang out and play some DDR. It's whatever. So like a lot of people are really elitist in the DDR in the Groove community because oh yeah, you can't play with 125 hertz pad. It's like no, you can do it just fine. People have done it for decades. It's just like for people who are just casual and chill and they're not doing stamina, you know, like stamina is where that kind of pull rate is a lot more important. If you want to play stamina, then yeah, you're gonna have to get a much better pad to do stamina. But that's sort of the point of stamina, is that it's just go ham on it.
Word to God, I just heard something.
Heard what?
Necromorph.
Ah, okay. Addie's just fixing up her microphone, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Hey, Josh. What were we talking about right before you hopped off to get on the phone?
I do not remember.
Hang it. Hey, do you remember? Eddie.
Said no.
Oh, okay.
No, you
Discord
didn't.
did not. Discord did not let me hear that.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
I said mm-mm. Maybe it just didn't like.
Are you on your computer, by the way?
He's on his phone.
No. I'm on my Xbox.
He's on his phone.
Oh, that explains the dip in quality.
Yeah.
His phone.
Gotcha. I mean, hey, it's working for the most part.
His Xbox
No
phone.
complaints here. Huh?
His Xbox phone.
They could make an Xbox phone if they so desired.
But they already tried to make a Windows phone.
I kind of like the Windows phone.
I actually specifically bought a used Windows 10 phone just so I could mess around with Windows 10 Mobile. I also think it's kind of cool, but the biggest thing that killed it, honestly, is just that it's Microsoft and they don't make good decisions.
Nobody knew why they were fighting anymore. All I felt at that point was sadness for the world. That's why
Oh, Josh.
Yes.
I bought a game today because it was on sale for $3.75.
What was it?
Hydro Thunder Hurricane.
Oh. God. Mission 12, the stage of the apocalypse. Operation Ravage. It's freaking gay,
Jesus.
man.
So edgy. Dang it, I can't remember what we were talking about earlier when you had to leave, because I actually wanted you to hear it. Oh well.
I swear, anytime I'm like having to like blow up these tentacle things that are like blocking the path with their like bio goop, it just reminds me of the Great Mighty Pooh from Conquer.
Rotate, do you read me? Head for Voltrike. To take out any remnant forces the Vulcans could have positioned out there. Golem 2, what's the problem? You're behind. Don't worry, I'll catch up. This is PJ from Crew Team. Golem 2, is there a problem with your craft? Nah, I'm just sad.
Okay then.
Hmm.
I'm sorry for wanting to kill you.
Better be.
D-
Emergency transmission from Allied HQ. A Belkan bomber squadron equipped with nuclear weapons has taken off for Ustio. What? Enemy bombers are...
Oh, you know, there was another game I wanted to ask you about, Josh. Did you ever play Crimson Dragon on the Xbox One?
Yeah, I actually really liked it.
Yeah, I bought that one as well, because it was on sale for $5, and I'm like, I got it for free, because I had it on Xbox Live Gold, but that was one game that never actually worked for me to keep for Xbox Live Gold. I kept everything else, but not that one, so I just bought it while it was cheap, because yeah, I kind of liked it too. I didn't think it was, like, anything amazing to write home about, but, like, it was really neat. Really reminded me of Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah, well, it's a spiritual successor, so.
Is it?
Yeah, it was made by the same team, I think.
I never knew that. I guess that shows how not I paid attention to it. Crimson Dragon, Xbox One. Alright, let's take a look here. We've got Rounding Inc. With some calling it a spiritual successor to Panzer Dragoon.
You'll have to shoot all of them down. To all units in this airspace, stop the nuclear attack. Shoot down all Belkan bombers. How many planes are left? All planes confirmed down. We did it! There's a million possible jobs for us mercenaries. Read 'em and weep, Devilskins.
Holy crap. Josh.
Yep.
So, yeah, Yukio Utatsugi? Oh god, that's... I hope I pronounced that right. So, guess... Alright, so get this. he made Panzer Dragoon. Then he also made Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei and Panzer Dragoon Saga. And then he left to work at Konami. And then went to Japan Studio. And then after that, pitched the idea for Phantom Dust.
Oh!
Yeah, like, wow. I had no idea. That's so cool. I love Phantom Dust. But yeah, he also worked on Crimson Dragon. Is that game on Play Anywhere?
There is yes and no.
Side note, I've been really annoyed at Microsoft's website for this, because I just feel like something is wrong with it that I can't actually look at very well. And I tried to find the I'm brain farting. I was trying to find a list of games that are Play Anywhere, but the Play Anywhere page just doesn't work. Well, apparently Like a Dragon is Play Anywhere, maybe.
It is.
Cool. Not useful information for me, so that means Crimson Dragon is not, in fact, on there.
Well, maybe it would be
How
useful
about Phantom
information
Dust?
if you played Yakuza.
Nah. Phantom Dust is Play Anywhere, so I can play that on PC. That's nice. What else? What else would I actually... Sunset Overdrive. Nope. I'll see if Thieves is useless, because I own that on Steam already. Rare Replay. Is Rare Replay Play Anywhere? No, but Streets of Rage 4 is. I already own that on Steam, I think. And if it wasn't 4, it's probably Neo. Or Neon. Oh, by the way, did I tell you guys the most disappointing thing about me in Section 8 on consoles? Are you guys sitting down in terms of how disappointed I am with how me and that game have known each other?
We were unable to confirm if the
Not only did I not know it was released on PS3, do you know when it was delisted from PSN and Xbox Live for the Prejudice version?
When?
And
The same year that I actually obtained
1990.
my PS3. In fact, I obtained my PS3 December 21st of that year. I never had a chance to buy it on PS3. I cry. I mean, I'm glad I have it on PC now, but like, dang it. I wish I had the PS3 version. I really wish I had the PS3 version. Because, like, I actually play on my PS3. I could buy the 360 version. Apparently, there's places that still sell, like, the little redeemable cards that you can type in the code, and and that might work. But I can't do that for the PS3. Excuse me. But yeah, I got my PS3 a little late. I don't even necessarily remember why it took me so long to get my PS3, but I don't know.
Was that it?
Hmm?
Monetary issues?
I mean, probably, I think the other thing was like, I needed a good list of games. And at the point of 2013, there really was, like, a good number of games that genuinely interested me enough to actually get it. Cause, like, that's always been my thing. You know, that's always been my thing, is that you should never buy a console at launch and for the promise of games. You should only buy a console when there's games. Because if you do it any other way, you're only gonna piss yourself off, and you have no one else but yourself to blame.
Are you speaking from experience on that one?
No, just general intelligent monetary spending reasons.
You're not
Also because I have
intelligent.
this... Huh?
You're not intelligent.
Yeah. But I'm definitely smarts.
Really?
SMRT. I mean SMART.
God.
But the other thing too is, just simply put, you know, like, I've just obtained a lot of stuff. And the fact of the matter is
You've
that
obtained a lot of stuff? No!
looks over to my too many Xboxes. Yes. Yes, I have too many. Way too many. But yeah, just like not overwhelming a collection with a bunch of stuff that you don't need. That's one of the reasons I've been trying to, like, cut down some of the stuff I have and put, even though it costs me some extra money and to trade in some other stuff as well. Like, I will trade in 10 things to get one in return. Like, I am fine with that, because the space is more valuable than the monetary gain of it. And one of the things that I still need to invest in is I need to get myself a GameCube copy of Time Splitters Future Perfect. Because I have Time Splitters 2 on GameCube, and there's really no reason for me to not just have Future Perfect on GameCube. Because I like both of those games. They're very silly. But yeah, don't buy a console unless you have at least like 10 or 15 games on it that you really want to play. Unless it's a really good single game. I used to own a Dreamcast for the sole reason of playing Phantasy Star Online. Then I got the GameCube version of Phantasy Star Online.
And then stop playing it online.
I mean, I can't play it online unless I use some modifications.
Some modifications.
Hello?
Goodbye.
Hello!
Huh?
Hello!
Who's leaving? Hello? I said hello and fucking he just goes goodbye.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Oh.
Also, I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
Watch your language, young lady.
Well, I didn't know you were streaming. So,
To be fair, it was a pretty quick introduction there.
No excuse.
How are you?
I'm chilling. I just got home from going out and grabbing boxes for my move.
Nice.
And I have to do this dreaded thing called packing later, and
Oof.
you know, it's awful. But I will say, remember when I think I was here in the server at the time, but we had to move into our house, and I had 48 hours, and I remember being in call with you guys while packing my whole room because I had to be up. We had to move to our new place. It was like less than 48 hours.
It's okay.
I
I had
remember
6
that.
hours to move when I moved into my apartment, so I get that.
Why only 6?
Because I didn't want my parents to know
I
was
do
leaving.
remember that.
You know, see, my parents were the ones that facilitated the move, and they didn't want the landlords to know that they were moving out of the apartment early and breaking the lease.
Yeah,
So
no,
they
I
did
was
it
just
on the
trying to.
weekend.
I was just trying to make sure my parents weren't going to be making things difficult for me. Mostly my mother, being herself.
Fair. Thankfully, we have a little bit over a month and a half to pack and move, because we're moving like mid-March. And we're hiring a moving company to do a lot of the heavy lifting, which is going to make things a lot easier for us in the long run. So all we really have to do is worry about packing everything up and then just handing them the boxes to load into a truck.
Oh, by the way, Addy, did you see see that I sent you a video in DM? You can watch it
Let me
later,
see.
but
Let me see.
That sucks. I was the beheaded.
Oh my god, it's literally Kingdom Hearts animation.
I know, right?
All right.
I also would just love to say that I love the way that Jared says Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts!
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to bum rush.
See, Hayden, I would understand if it was for the fact that me and my sisters literally don't drive, so we have to do movers, or we have to ask our parents. Which anyway, we had to hire movers.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I just
Our parents are
borrowed
not
my
gonna-
dad's truck.
Fair. I'm also planning on telling my parents that we're not telling our parents that we're moving and we're gonna move to a new place, and we're just like gonna forget to tell them our address for as long as possible to avoid ever having to talk to them.
Understandable. Go for it.
They're gonna show up at your old place beating on the door. There'll be a new person there. Call the police. Great.
I don't know if my dad has the energy for that.
Oh, is he sleepy?
Hmm?
Is your dad so sleepy?
No, he's just tired.
Oh,
and
he's so
also
sleepy.
He recently got demoted at his job, which made me cackle.
Oh,
Because
so sad, so sleepy.
he kind of listen. He kind of asked for it. Like, you can't. You're working at Walmart and you're going around calling HR on people for like minor inconveniences, and you're like not expecting to get demoted because managers don't like you. Like Walmart is the place for the most petty drama on the planet. If you didn't expect that, then I don't think there's any way to. Oh my God, there's a new gun collection in Valorant that's bunnies. This is illegal, and I don't appreciate it. How much is it?
It's illegal.
The next collection is frogs.
I'm kind of disappointed because it's not as funny as I'd like it to be. Like the
sights aren't made of rabbit ears. 0 out of 10.
No, like it's actually just kind of like hold on, I'll show my screen real quick. Like I actually genuinely disappointed. I was hoping that it was gonna be all bunny stuff because I genuinely would have spent $70. Also, my game literally started as it pops up. Good job, me. Wow. Hold on. I'm just gonna pull up the suit of this. I'm just gonna post it in Money Train because there's a picture here.
Yeah, that's good. I really like how those look. I don't even think that's really bunny themed. That just looks really nice.
That's I really like it, but it's not bunnies, and like that's what was the selling. Because I never buy full bundles, but if it was all bunny themed, like literally rabbits everywhere, I would have actually spent $80 on it.
It's because
Yeah.
of the year of the hare.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Like that knife just looks like the dagger of time from Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
The blade of time.
Huh?
Were you making a joke earlier about like some game called like the Blades of Time or something?
It wasn't a joke about Blades of Time. It was just that there's a game called Blades of Time.
Also, it's entirely unrelated to what he was saying.
Okay, well then, never mind.
Yeah, how dare you not play Blades of Time, the most masterful of action hack and slash games. Way better than that stupid Devil May Cry.
Yeah, you really have to embrace the warrior within whenever you play that game.
I'd rather leave those sands forgotten.
Teddy, where are you?
What do you mean?
Like you do not sound like you're on your main computer or anything. Where are you?
I'm,
On his phone!
I'm on my Xbox.
Phone!
Oh, you're on your Xbox. Have you considered
Yes.
not doing that?
I have. Counter argument. I don't have my computer with me.
Shame.
Counter argument. Get a laptop already.
Counter argument to that as well. My dad doesn't know where the friggin' power cord is to his laptop that he said he'd give me.
Counterpoint.
Do you know how
It's-
easy it is
it's-
to look up what power cable you have?
Have you considered just
Yeah.
buying your own?
Okay. Counterpoint, you can literally buy a power cable online for like 15, 20 bucks. That'll be perfectly fine. If you find the original later down the line, that just means that you got an extra charger to throw into your bag for travel. You can leave one at home, and then you have one to always bring it with you. And also, I'm gonna defend this decision, Josh, because that cheapo little free Core i5 laptop is gonna be better than anything that Teddy would buy nowadays for a similar price.
I don't think it will be.
Hammer down.
Trust me on this one. In terms of what Teddy needs a laptop for, I'm right.
Behind us.
Getting a ThinkPad with a Core i5 that he can dump 8 gigabytes of RAM into and an SSD for barely even like $100 worth of upgrades. That thing is going to be way better than any $200, $300 laptop that he could spend money on nowadays. Because most of those cheap laptops are just that, cheap. And ThinkPads are reliable, they're well documented, they're easy to maintain and open. It's better.
Something broke out of here, and I don't like that. I've also run out of ammo for literally every weapon that I have.
Whose fault is that?
My own for sucking.
Oh god. My browser really wiped out there for a second.
Wait, who was?
My browser really wiped out for a second.
Oh.
The enemy threat level has dropped off even more. I know there's only two, but those fighters can take this place alone.
By the way, Addy. Oh. I shall wait patiently.
Is somebody call me? Sorry, huh?
That was me. I just wanted to say, did you also see as a side note that my influence is spreading right now, and I got
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah, like White Knight.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This war should be over already. Why would they do this after all that's happened?
I do really hope that either X gets a Switch port or just some kind of spiritual successor, one of the two. I don't care which. Just give me a simple console MMO that's not super overwhelming. It really is why I miss White Knight the most, is that its gameplay is never crazy overwhelming.
Not bad for a couple of rookies. All right.
The mission to clear out remaining Belkin resistance.
Wale.
Uh, this is Sparta.
Take out Belka's remnant forces assembled out of the coastline. GOM 1, engage. We're broadcasting live from the signing ceremony here in Luke. Senior officials from each nation have come here in hopes of a peaceful solution. Belka's military forces will be reduced, and tension with neighboring countries will come to an end. The agreement will be covered in detail at a later broadcast. You're doing fine, GOM team. Keep it up, Cypher. GOM 1, it looks like this operation's gonna go like clockwork. This ought to end the war for good. The plaza is surrounded by numerous allied tanks, and the atmosphere is stirred. Today's signatures will ratify an agreement which calls for the disarmament of Belka. This battle should put an end to the war. The ceasefire was agreed upon due in large part to the 7 nuclear attacks. According to our sources, the agreement also touches on the possession of nuclear armaments. Today is a day of hope, a day in which tension between different countries will be greatly reduced.
Why is it that every single time there's a hospital section in a horror game, it tends to suck cactus?
Because you're bad?
Okay, but you know, you don't need to phrase it like that.
Maybe I do.
I mean, not like I'm gonna stop you.
Huh.
I am dismembering every corpse in this room. I do not care. Not risking one of these things coming back. So how's the I almost said Top Gun. How's the Ace Combat going?
Good.
I think you might get the best time on this level too.
Why do you say that?
'Cause I think you're doing really good.
This is leading up to a bad joke.
Is it?
Feel. Is it not?
I mean, did you think I was gonna say that if you got the best time, you'd be considered a Top Gun?
Ugh. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Yep. Josh, need you to do me a favor.
What would that be, Teddy?
Kill me.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Nevertheless, the great war that enveloped the eastern countries and cost the lives of so many has finally come to an end. This is no remnant resistance. This war's not over yet.
I think I'm gonna hop out for a little bit, but I'll probably be back pretty soon.
I gotta take off too.
Oh,
Alright.
jeez. Bye, everybody.
Well, no, I'm not leaving.
Bye, Teddy. It's so unfortunate that you're leaving.